Happy Monday, everybody. It's chamber check-in time, and today we get to speak with President of Bright Bank, Mark Houston. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Paul. How are you? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Hey, I'm so glad. Thanks for your flexibility on scheduling this time with me. I look forward to learning more about the origin story of Bright Bank, learning about some of your expanded services and branches. But before we get to that, I get to thank our series sponsor for these check-ins, Delta Dental of Idaho. You know, Delta Dental of Idaho, Mark, they've been providing dental insurance for Idaho for 50 years. They got best-in-class customer service, and their benefits are backed and designed by the largest network of dentists in the country. And with that, I get to show a fun little factoid from their Tooth Truth series.
Great.
Here we go.
Did you know that kids laugh around 400 times a day and adults just 15 times a day? Lighten up, adults.
Right? That's how we got to start off our Monday, by laughing a little bit more.
Been using Delta Dental for 39 of those 50 years.
That's awesome. Well, Mark, hey, thanks for taking some time. Bright Bank's a relatively new community bank in our region. Tell us about the origin story, if you can, for a minute or so.
Yeah, no, happy to, Paul. And, new to the Treasure Valley, but not new to the banking industry and not new to helping people in our community. And so that's so important to point out here as we talk about the origin. But Bright Bank really came to be probably in terms of that discussion in coming into this market back in, 2018, late in the year. And I was approached about the expansion of Bank of Jackson Hole. We're a division of Bank of Jackson Hole, and they wanted to move into this market. And so I had conversations with them. Our philosophy really aligned in terms of how we work with businesses and customers overall in delivering those services and the flexibility of a community bank. And I thought it would be a great fit for the community and a great fit for me. So off we went into 2019 to really get established and start building that infrastructure.
That's awesome. And well, it's a good segue into learning more about your story. So how many years have you been in the financial industry? This is my first question. And then second, why have you stayed in the industry for so long?
Oh my goodness, I came into the banking industry in the early 80s, and I was I just hadn't graduated completely from Boise State, and so I took an internship with what was then known as Idaho Bank and Trust. And so it was an opportunity to get a closer look at the banking industry, and I went into their marketing department. And I was finishing up at Boise State with a degree in finance. And so that really was the start of my banking career. I have an older brother who was in banking for many, many years, and I liked what he was doing. And I saw it as an opportunity to get to learn more about businesses and numbers and building relationships. And that's what I really enjoyed.
That's so cool that you've kept it in the family and that you've stayed with the industry. You and I talk a lot about relationships and how important those relationships are over the lifespan of, even if you were to change industries, it's so important, people and relationships.
Yeah, and this is really why I stayed in the business for 37, 38 years, whatever that number is today, is the ability to work with people, to help them with their financial needs, and whether or not we can provide a service for them, just to be that trusted advisor, to give them guidance, give them suggestions, ideas on how they can do things a little bit better, or get them ready for that next step in their business life or their personal life. It's really about a discovery process that you go through. And, that is so important. But you really have to have a desire to want to do that. You have to love talking with people. You have to be comfortable doing that. And I think that shows when you're out there talking to people. Luckily, all the people that we brought together at Bright Bank share that same philosophy of helping people, getting to know them at a very deep level, and bringing the right people around them to offer the right solutions. So that's essentially what we do.
That's awesome. And recently you've had your shoulder to the wheel a lot lately on some new branches. Tell us how you've invested in different parts of the Treasure Valley to help the community.
Well, I think just being in this community for, this is probably 39, 40 years that I've been in this community this time around, because I also did a lot of growing up here, when I was in grade school. And so just returned after the Air Force and settled down and got married and raised 4 fantastic children. And,
Wow.
and so I kind of had a very good feel at that point where in the Valley I would like to establish branches. And so we established our first branch at the Hoff Building in downtown Boise at 8th and Bannock. And so we have full service banking, commercial banking, treasury management. And we, because of COVID, we got delayed there a little bit, but we actually opened in June of 2019. And then, June of 2020. And right after that, it was February of 2021, we opened up our Meridian branch, which is on Fairview right next to CarMax. It's a great location, and we thought it could work well for us and be able to serve that surrounding area. And then we opened up our third branch, which was in Eagle. We opened that June 1st. And so thank you for coming. I appreciate that. And it was a great event. We had a lot of people come in and to join us for that ribbon cutting. And we've had a lot of success in that market. We're meeting a lot of people. But 3 branches in a very short period of time, it just kind of confirms our commitment to the market, our commitment to this community, and our commitment to helping people, because that's really, at the end of the day, that's what we all do, help people.
So downtown Boise branch, Eagle, and Meridian. Okay, 3 branches. What's the future forecast? Are there more branches coming, or are you at a good spot right now?
Well, I think we're at a good spot right now, but we do have plans for continued expansion throughout the Treasure Valley, but also I think in other parts of the region. And so it just has to make sense. But as COVID hit, and there's still a little bit of uncertainty this year, we want to kind of hold back a little bit and kind of see where things are going. But I think right now what we have in place, we're able to serve not only the Treasure Valley, but other markets within Idaho and other markets outside of Idaho, because we really have the capacity to do a lot of different things at a very small level and a very large level.
Well, let's dive into that a little bit more, Mark. Specifically for the business sector, how does Bright Bank help, and what are those specific products that Bright Bank has available for its business customers?
Well, I think it's important to understand, even though we're a community bank, we offer a lot of the same products and services that the other banks offer, certainly the larger banks, but we do it with more of a personalized service. And that means, to me, Paul, meeting face-to-face with somebody, being able to look into their eyes, sit down, talk with them about what they're doing, who they are, and how they're growing. It's difficult, I think, for businesses to really get somebody who understands their business when they're doing an online application or they're talking to somebody who's out of the region. I think we do that extremely well. That's really how we do business. But we offer a full array of banking services on the business side. First of all, we have our SBA lending group, and Andy Warren heads that up, and he's doing a fantastic job. One of the most experienced SBA lenders and managers in the Treasure Valley, and we have him on our team, and he's doing a fantastic job. We offer on the business side, term loans, working capital, lines of credit. There's just so many different things we can do. But it's important, Paul, to note that even though we may not have a specific name to the type of loan that we do, because we're a community bank, we have that flexibility to really modify how we do business to meet their needs. And so that's part of the success of a community bank, and certainly here at Bright Bank. We have treasury management services, and that's headed up by Christy in our treasury. She's our treasury management manager. She's doing an excellent job. It's just our full team that we've brought together on this commercial side that make it a real success.
I like the fact that you mentioned your people. You know, it's when you're banking with any business or your personal banking, you want to bank with somebody you trust and has the experience. That's critical. And so you've collected a great team or recruited a great team of talented professionals that have been in the industry for many years. Tell us a little bit about that, Mark.
Well, and that's one of the things that I felt was very important to our success was number one, that they fit our culture. That first and foremost, that's the most important thing. And that culture really is built around honesty, integrity, character, that desire to help people. Because if you don't have that, you're just not a good fit for what we do. And so every one of the people that we've hired, I have personally been involved in that interview, certainly on the front end, interviewing everyone to get us started and out the door. But they all share that same philosophy. And to me, as I continue to talk and coach around this, it's really that burning in your belly. You have to have that burning in your belly, that desire to get out there and help people. Without that, you're not going to be any good. So first and foremost, you need to bring that to the table. But everyone that we have on board has that deep-rooted experience and knowledge of the market and the community, and are off to a great start helping others in the community.
I see the posts from you and maybe some of your other team just telling the stories of the people that all work under the Bright Bank logo. And I'm impressed every time I see a post about their amount of time and experience in the industry. Anyway, hey, I also love the mantra that Bright Bank has of make someday today. I was at a conference many years ago, Mark, and there was this guy up on stage telling us to don't have the someday syndrome, right? Someday I'll buy a car. Someday I'll have that house. Someday I'll go on vacation. And it really made an impression on my life. And I see that in your mantra, make someday today. Tell us how you live that each and every day.
Well, I think that's just it, because, life is short and things happen. And, for business owners, for consumers, the longer you wait, it may never happen. And so, our belief is to make someday today starts with a conversation. So coming in, sitting down, talking to one of our specialists, one of our experienced bankers, personal bankers, tellers, whoever it may be, coming in and having that conversation, that's where it really starts. From there, we can help you make someday today. And so you've just got to basically get off the dime and get in and have those conversations. And that's all it's about. Don't procrastinate. Right. Life is meant to be lived. And so I just encourage people to do that. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. And so we want to make sure, that we're helping you, we're guiding you in the best possible way, based upon what your hopes and dreams and goals are. And that's how we do business.
I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So Mark, before we finish our conversation and our share, is there anything that you'd like to educate the listeners on about Bright Bank, or anything else that we've missed today?
Oh my goodness, we've covered quite a bit in such a short time. And I just think, what I would want people to know is that, the people that work at Bright Bank, again, they live here, their kids go to school here, they've been deeply rooted in this community for a very long time, and they truly are interested in your business. We're not about just opening products and offering services. We want to make sure we're helping you make the right decision and giving you the guidance you need to be successful in life. And that's really what our people do, and they're very good at it. Again, every business has goals that they need to obtain to be profitable. But if we just take care of our employees, we take care of our customers, those things will come. But first and foremost, as I continue to communicate with our team members, is take care of our clients. It's all about the client experience. And so if we're doing a good job of that and giving them the guidance that's valuable to them, that's how you build strong relationships.
Absolutely. Well, Mark, thanks for sharing the story about Bright Bank. Congratulations on your new branches. And I look forward to our next conversation, Mark.
Thanks, Paul. I appreciate it. It's been fun catching up with you again, and continue your good work.
It's my pleasure. Again, clients first, right? Our customers are the only thing that pay our bills around here. And it's important to share their stories and, broaden the awareness about what our community businesses are doing. Anyway.
Well, that's what you do extremely well. And I mean, the chamber check-ins, as I watch those, they're so interesting. They're so informative. So again, continue the good work over there. Appreciate all your help.
Thanks, Mark. Say hi to Carol and Todd and the team for me. Have a great week.
Will do. You too.